about family. This might be an easy topic for some people to talk about, but it also might be a hard and tough topic for others. Well, in today's episode of Let's Talk About It, Manuela will look into the relationships within a family, from children to parents, and what the Bible tells us about honouring and respecting each other within a family. I hope you enjoyed this episode and God bless.
Why does God consider family life to be important?
Firstly, let's take the analogy of a seed. So a seed, for it to grow, it needs good soil, water, sunlight, and all the necessary nutrients so it can grow to its beautiful product that it should be. Likewise, it is within a family that a child can grow and learn values and principles that is taught within the family, so that the child can use that in the larger community and to build up the community. It is also within a family that a child can experience love, compassion, protection, and most importantly, faith. It is through this that faith enters into the family and they understand and acknowledge God, whether it's sharing their faith with others or trying to strengthen one another in faith. A great example for the Christian families are the Holy Family, where we have Saint Joseph, Blessed Virgin Mary, and Jesus Christ.
What are the roles parents should play in the lives of their children?
The Catechism of the Catholic Church mentions that parents have an important role to love, respect, and do everything that is possible so that their children can develop both physically and spiritually. In terms of physically, it means by providing basic necessities such as food, shelter, and most importantly, security. Also, by giving children an education, you can help and guide them to build a future on where they can be to their best of their potential. Whereas on the other hand, developing spiritually means that you present the good news to them and communicate faith within the family. Whether it's going to Sunday Mass together as a family, or reciting the Rosary together, or reading the Bible. It is the idea of incorporating faith into the children's lives, and of course the roles of parents is to make sure that the child learns what is right and they have the ones to try and discipline children. Most importantly, within that faith, the child will learn to grow and to live under the fear of God. Fear of God, does that mean that children have to be scared of God as well as parents? No. It is clearly stated in Proverbs 8:13 that when we mean by the fear of God is so that we live a life that is pleasing to God in our words, thoughts, and actions, so that it does not offend Him, but rather brings glory to Him. And we mentioned about the Holy Family. Each member has an important part and role to play, and in the Holy Family, we can take Saint Joseph. Saint Joseph was the father and he was the protector of the Holy Family, and also he helped Jesus in trying to learn the necessary skills needed by teaching him his occupation. On the other hand, Our Lady made sure she showed the affection and love and also taught the necessary core values and principles according to their society that they lived in and also the Jewish traditions that Jesus grew up in during his time.
We are told to honor our parents. Why is that so difficult?
Sometimes it can be really difficult to honor your parents because simply they tell you the truth. No one else in this world other than your parents and Jesus truly care for you and want the best for you. But sometimes they just tell you the truth at that time that you don't want to hear, and it may really annoy you at that time. But they're the only ones who can discipline you and make sure that you go in the right path. So when they give that advice, sometimes you may find it difficult to accept it because there is this idea that they were brought up in a different generation and we youngsters live in a different generation. So they will only give advice from the way that they have been taught and they think. So when they try to implement that, we may find it very difficult to accept it, especially with cultural backgrounds. And we always have that argument that they don't know what's going on. But they're the only ones who can truly clean up your mess. No one else can do that. And they are doing everything in our, as children, best interest for our well-being. They are doing everything because they simply love us. And they have this love because of God. It's through God they radiate that love. And we as children, we exchange that love as well as a family.
How can we respect our parents when we are aware of their faults?
Firstly, we are all humans and we can make mistakes. However, we cannot judge each other from the actions and decisions that we make. But parents always want to do what is best for a child. And sometimes when they try and do that, it may not go to plan. But we need to understand and look behind that fault and find that love that they have for us. Actually, there's a quote from St. Augustine which is really beautiful. The life of the parents is the book which the children read. So it is the life of a parent, from the mistakes that they do, from their growth, that the child will understand and learn and try and be a better version of their parents and be the best that they can.
What blessings does the Bible promise for those who obey their parents?
As you may well know, that there are 10 commandments, and the 4th commandment is honor your father and mother, as seen in the book of Exodus. But also, did you know that there is a promise attached to that commandment? Well, in the book of Ephesians chapter 6 from verses 1 to 4, it states, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may be well with you and you may live a long life on the earth." So it is in honoring our parents that we may live a prosperous life in this world. And also, in addition to that, if we read in 1 John chapter 4 verse 21, it says, "The commandment we have from him is this: those who love God must love their brothers and sisters also." But not just our brothers and sisters, you can also change that phrase to our parents. It's only if we can love our parents and our brothers and sisters that we can actually truly love God, so that we can also be more open to love God and appreciate God more.